Welcome back. In this week's Sedra, Hashem tells Moshe to inform Klal Yisrael about the building of the Mishkan, the tabernacle. The Pasuk tells us that in the south of the Mishkan should be the Menorah. In the north of the Mishkan shall be the Shulchan, which the Lechem Haponim, the bread, is put on top of the Shulchan. The Gemara tells us, the Gemara in Bava Basra says, if someone wants to have Chochmah, if someone wants to be a Talmid Chacham, when he davens, he should face the south. Why? Because the Menorah was in the south, and the Menorah, the light, is associated with Torah, with wisdom. Says the Gemara, if a person wants to be wealthy, he should daven facing the opposite direction, the north, because the Shulchan with the bread, symbolizing wealth, was in the north of the Mishkan. The Talmidim of the Maggid of Mezrich once asked their Rebbe, what happens if a person wants what we call Torah and Gedulah? He wants to be a Talmid Chacham, he wants Torah, he wants wisdom, as well as that he wants Gedulah, he wants to be wealthy, he wants a nice comfortable livelihood. Which way should he face? To the north? To the south? Which way? Says the Maggid of Mezrich, if a person makes himself humble, a humble person doesn't take up space. If someone is humble and he doesn't take up space, simultaneously he can be facing the Shulchan in the north, which resembles wealth, and also at the same time he can be facing the Menorah in the south, which represents wisdom. I would like to add on a little bit to this idea. We know there was a third thing in the Beis HaMikdash. There was something called the Oroin. The Oroin was situated exactly between the Shulchan in the north and the Menorah in the south. Maybe this is teaching us this idea. What do we know about the Oroin? We know two things about the Oroin. Number one, we're told the Oroin, the Pasuk says, it had half measurements. 2.5 amos by 1.5 amos by 1.5 amos. Maybe that's the first idea, teaching us humility. We're never complete. A person should always look at himself as incomplete. We know something else about the Oroin. The Gemara in Megillah says if one works out the dimensions of the Oroin, it couldn't physically fit into the space that it was situated. Says the Gemara, the Oroin didn't take up space. Again, the same idea, humility. If we don't take up space, if we look at ourselves as not complete, if we're humble, then simultaneously we can be exactly in between the Menorah in the north and the Menorah in the south and the Shulchan in the north, and we can have both wisdom and Parnasa Tova simultaneously. Have a good Shabbos.